Welcome back, Watchmen. Let's analyze. The ledger of the world turns to a new page as the fires of industry are stoked. Today, we witness the opening of the copper mint, where raw earth is transformed into digital sovereignty. The weight of physical assets now anchors the ephemeral winds of the market. During the shadowy hours of the morn, the pre-market gates opened at the 55-cent floor, with the market remaining largely flat in the early hours. At the morning bell, the session began just a penny higher, initiating a slow and choppy climb across the morning terrain. Buyers pushed for higher ground, only to be met with a rejection as they neared the 60-cent boundary as the first hour concluded. The forces retreated to find a new floor, bouncing from the 57-cent mark mid-morning as the steady advance resumed. This momentum carried price through the heat of the day until it struck the day's high at 64 cents, where the defense held firm. Following this final skirmish, the session settled into a steady close at 61.5 cents by the final chime. The transition to real-world assets has intensified, with a deal struck with copper core. This decree authorizes the minting of a massive hoard of copper coin, with each unit physically represented by 5 pounds of copper. By anchoring the digital ecosystem to industrial metal, the company secures a tangible bastion against the volatility of the gray. The treasury grows heavy with the weight of red metal. We watch the horizons as we wait for the next movement in the chain. Alright, now let's move to the window so we can view the battlefield. Alright, we'll start here on the daily. Have this nice big green candle we saw today. We didn't get that much of a wick on the upside. That's pretty good. It's bullish. But we did not break this this little supply zone that's up here. I was hoping to see that. I don't really want to mark a daily zone here, because this move really just wasn't strong enough. But it's a good change of pace from what we've been seeing for the last 2 weeks now, and hopefully we can follow through tomorrow. Let's go ahead and dive a little deeper to the hourly. There's not much to see here on the hourly. Really not much to see on any of the smaller time frames. If we this is just a big green staircase upwards until it hits the supply, and then a little rejection right before close. If we look at the 15, it's pretty much the same. It's just a steady little staircase up until we hit that supply. And even on the 5 minute, it's not it doesn't look much more. There's not much going on other than uptrend. They don't really have any notable areas that would deem a zone that need to be marked, so we won't do that. We're just gonna roll through tomorrow and see how that goes out. Alright, before we do that, it is the end of the month, and we are going to celebrate the candle of the month. So we'll go back out to the daily. And we'll say, okay, so from here on, a lot of people are probably wanting to pick this guy up at the top. This one that almost touched the dollar mark, but I'm actually choosing today's candle. We're going to mark this with the winner's circle for the candle of the month, and we'll give a shout out to this guy for pulling us out of the trenches, and desperately when we desperately needed it. We didn't want to fall any much further. Congratulations to you, friend. Now, since we're on the wrong time frame, let's go to the hourly so we can do our forecast for tomorrow. And I think that one of two things is going to happen. Either today is a dud, and we'll come up to test this supply and fall back a little bit and do something sideways like that, or we'll get some follow through for today and we'll test this supply and then break the supply, where we'll probably hit this other one along with the 20-day and then get a little fade out from there. Now, we could see an immense amount of volume and break through the supply in the 20-day, but that's just not as technically likely. Alright, so given that, we can go ahead and venture to the foreign lands. We can first check on our update from our positions from yesterday. ASTC did not hit the entry. It climbed a pretty good bit. It's right below where it was gonna the final profit target, but it never fell far enough to hit the entry. So the momentum died out, so I canceled it out. I'm not gonna take that trade at this point. So but we can look at perfect moment, PMNT. It did it hit the entry perfectly at 20 cents, and it came up and smashed that first profit target. So we move that stop up to break even. So even if it does fall out here, we don't lose anything. We're already up to that first 25% mark, and if we can continue momentum from today, this second profit target should be an easy task. We'll see. Alright, so today's entry is BFRG, Bullfrog Holdings. We're going to look at entries for this. We'll zoom back out and look at the daily. See, this came up on my watch list yesterday, but I didn't recommend it because it climbed so much and then ended up closing right back where it opened. It wasn't very strong. So I was waiting for today to see what happened, and you see we've got this big nice green candle that closed not quite at the top, but you know, over the midpoint. So that's not bad. We can dive a little deeper down to the 15-minute chart to find a zone for entry, and we can mark this one here. Alright, so we'll pull this out here, and we can set our long position entry just above at 126, set the stop below at 116, and set that profit target for 196. That gives us a 7-to-1 ratio, and we'll take some profits here and here and somewhere around here. That'll be what, 142, 160, and 178. And then we'll see if this entry gets hit. We'll see how this goes tomorrow. Alright, that's going to do it for tonight. So go ahead and remember to smash that like button and ring the closing bell to subscribe so you can come back and see how we're doing on our tickers from the foreign lands. We're going to have another entry in the bestiary coming up this weekend on risk management and capital preservation. So you can go ahead and tune in, make sure you watch that one. Check out the other learning videos in the bestiary on playlist on my channel. Go ahead and drop some comments below on what other tickers you're watching in the foreign lands, and maybe we can get them featured here on the episode. Alright, until the end of all things, the Night Watch stands forever.